absolutely. I mean, some people, depending on where they're coming from, some people struggle just to get off the bed. I did.
Yeah.
I literally, like, I was 2 steps from my bed was 2 steps from the bathroom, and I couldn't do that by myself. So some people in that situation. For me, I started with deep breathing, and I'll tell you
nice.
why in a minute, because there's a lot of great benefits to that. But I think, if you are in a like average health sort of situation, I think resistance training is the best kind of training you can do. High intensity resistance training or high intensity interval training. If you like doing sprints, for example, if you find it difficult to do sprints because of joints and things like that, you might try doing it on stairs and things like that. It makes it much easier.
Even you have a problem, your legs, just punching to lift up your the pumping of the heart. You can achieve that all out just punching. Sometimes I prescribe it.
Boxing is fantastic exercise. Jump rope, very good exercise. Even like high intensity interval training on a stationary bike that you can do at home. You can do some sprints on the cycling, really good. There's a number of things that you can do to get started. I love resistance bands, for example. Bands are fantastic.
Very safe.
Very safe. And you can do a full body workout at home, and resistance bands take up almost no space in storage as well, so anyone can pretty much have them. They come in a range of resistance, like thickness and strength, so they're really versatile.
When they start moving that, I think that they are kind of epinephrine, dopamine secreted, they feel good. Then, I have done it. That kind of the feeling motivates them. You have to start that.
But there are other things, like I was talking about before as well. Like grounding, circadian biology is really important as well. But like I said, breathing, just deep breathing, you can also get the same benefits of such as fitness, as in doing a high intensity interval training session. So even if you can't physically get up and do sprints, a good deep breathing session will give you the same benefits. Okay.
Teach us.
Yeah. But there's also other things as well. Now, when it comes to, there's something in the body that's called HIFs, and these are hypoxia inducible factors, and they have subsets of like 1A, 2A, and 3A, and they have a B subset as well. Now, what this means is that when the body senses low oxygen levels, it will start producing HIFs, will stimulate your kidney to produce a hormone called EPO. All right? EPO is just the short name, but the long name, if you really want it, is kind of a little bit difficult to pronounce.
Confuses us. Skip it.
But we'll just keep it EPO anyway.
Okay.
But what this does, why this is so important is because EPO is a hormone that helps protect your brain, your heart, and all your other organs. But what it also does is it stimulates the bone marrow to produce more red blood cells.
Oh.
Yeah, good one, Joff. So especially if you are have a low immune system, you have weak bones, or you are coming out of treatments like chemotherapy or anything like that, or any kind of treatment really, deep breathing, doing breath holds and getting your breathing regulated to a point where a healthy breathing range is between 6 and 8 breaths per minute. Anything over that, you're breathing too much. And there's been studies over the years that show that too much breathing will actually shorten your lifespan. Okay. Because you're not saturating because you're over breathing. It just means you're not breathing deep enough, for one, and you're not actually getting the oxygen around your body and things like that, which actually helps with hormone production like EPO. And it also means that you're not going to be sleeping properly, especially like if you're a mouth breather. Another good trick is to eat, sometimes you might want to tape your mouth, or you might have and just make sure that you breathe through your nose at night to help you sleep. Makes a very big difference. But the key here is that producing more red blood cells obviously means more uptake of iron, okay, more absorption of iron, and also carrying more oxygen to the cells, okay, to all your other cells, because that's what red blood cells also carries.
Can I ask you a question at this point?
Yeah.
So let's see, I can follow you correctly. By slowing down your kind of a breathing rate, that increases your O2 uptake.
Yeah.
Is it? So why, hyperventilation kind of reduces oxygen uptake? It kind of in my brain says, isn't it opposite?
It sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But when you do like a deep breathing exercise like session, say 15 minutes, that's all you need, 15 minutes in the morning, say, or at night. And you do breath holds, okay, you're sort of oxygenating the body. You're drawing in so much and then pushing it out, drawing it in, pushing it, and then you do a breath hold at the end. So you're stimulating through what they call, I've got it written down here. So hypoxia, like a low level oxygen tension is what they call it. Mm-hmm. All right. And when you have that low oxygen level tension, you produce more of the HIFs, which stimulate the kidney to produce the EPO. All right. So during those breath hold periods, okay, you're low level oxygen, and then when you draw it in, okay, you're now producing more red blood cells, and then when you draw that breath in again and start breathing normally, you're carrying more oxygen, and therefore through the rest of the day, you have a lower breath rate, a deeper breath rate, and you find that that's why you feel so much better throughout the rest of the day.
You have to do in the morning to activate this kind of a cycle.
I like to do in the morning because it makes you feel really good for the whole day. But a lot of people do it at night before they sleep as well. Yeah. And that's going to certainly give you a much deeper sleep. I like to also do like before I go to the gym because you're carrying all that extra red blood cells, the extra oxygen as well. You're much stronger. And you can also do a lot more because you can push yourself because you're breathing better in the gym as well. So it's really great for strength training. But it's also really good for recovery as well. So like doing a session before and after gym is a fantastic way to stimulate, help your breathing, help you to do a higher intensity sort of resistance training, and then to help you recover afterwards.
Don't you think? I sometimes I do hyperbaric oxygen therapy. The idea behind it is
the same thing, pretty much the same
logic, right?
Right. Yeah. So pretty much do the same thing. Like athletes do this. Like it also mimics things like altitude training. Cyclists in Europe, they live at very high altitudes because it does the same thing. Okay. When you are, and the hyperbolic chamber does the same thing because you are in that low oxygen tension state. Okay, you start to produce more EPO and then more red blood cells stimulated from your bone marrow. Okay, okay, so that's the whole idea between of the hyperbolic chamber, altitude training. Some people even stimulate like a similar sort of thing when they wear a mask at the gym. Like if they wear a mask while exercising, they get that same low oxygen tension. Okay, so like breath work is really important for increasing, benefits. Not even for athletes, fit, healthy athletes, but also for people recovering from different conditions. And that's something that I have done. Out of the last 10 years of my remission, I've done it for 9 years. I've been doing breath work for.
Wow.
That's been the one constant in my, like, I've changed my diet numerous times. I've tried all these different things that, all these different special fruits and herbs and spices and all this other junk that doesn't work. And all kinds of supplements that people say, oh, this fights cancer, which is utter nonsense. But
agree.
The one constant that I have done is this deep breath work, and slowly increase the fat intake to where I am now. So that to me, I think, has been a really big help. And I have noticed also that when I don't do it, when I don't do the deep breathing exercises on a regular basis, like sometimes I might take a month off or just do it off and on sort of thing. But if I don't do it regularly, my red blood cells drop dramatically in my blood test. Yeah.
Wow.
So I think it's one of the most important things that I could be doing.
Wow. Very good. Very good. Jove, is there any kind of a similar a treatment in modern medicine? Do they kind of incorporate some oxygen therapy or breathing therapy, all of that into, the treatment in general, not only cancer, but also type 2 or metabolic, like dysfunctional diseases?
Not sure, to be honest. I don't know.
None.
I don't know.
I think it's also very good for reducing inflammation as well. So anyone that has any kind of inflammatory response disease, like that, I think breath work would really help as well. So because it really affects your vagus nerve and your parasympathetic nervous system as well. So it can really help reduce inflammation. So
I've been breathing deep, since we are talking right now.
Me too. I put my mic on mute. Just deep.
Well, I'll show you one quick thing you can do. Like I like to do, like the Wim Hof method, for example. You do 30 breaths, and then you do like breath holds, right? And then you do a deep breath in and you hold. But like a couple of short things that you can do. Like if first thing in the morning, I think it's really energetic, help get the body flowing. Like I said, it's all about circulation, and this is what deep breathing does for you as well. It circulates your blood, and it also circulates your lymphatic system as well. So like, if you get up first thing in the morning and you do like star jumps and breathing really heavy and fast just through the mouth, just for 1 minute or 2 minutes, okay, just as deep as you can, and push it out, and jumping with your arms up in the air, jumping like that. I guarantee you'll feel more alert, and like in 1 minute, your whole day, it makes a very big change.
Parasympathetic system fireworks, isn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It gets everything. And especially like when you're on the carnivore diet, it's going to get a whole lot more ketones to the brain, because you're fat adapted.
Interesting.
One you can do right now is just do breathe out, push all your air out through your mouth, and just like this, push it all out, and now suck in as much as you can. And when you do that, suck it, like fill your stomach first, then your lungs. And then what you want to do is squeeze your ab muscles, squeeze your stomach muscles all the way from the bottom to the ribs, then squeeze your ribs, and then squeeze your throat, and just hold it there. Okay, hold the breath in. So I'll show you just a quick demonstration, and you can get this will give you an idea of how good it makes you feel afterwards. Okay, so I'll push the air out. Now I'm going to breathe in as much as I can. Fill the stomach, then the lungs. Now squeeze the abs and squeeze the air back up to the head. And just hold that as long as you can. Hold it, hold it. You feel your head get really warm. You feel your whole body get really warm. Okay. All right. So try it again. I'll just instruct you guys. Okay, push all the air out. Okay, now breathe in to your stomach, then your lungs. Now squeeze your abs like you're pulling your belly button to your back. Pull your belly button through to your back. Now squeeze your ribs. Use the abs. Use all the chest muscles. Push that air up to your head. Hold your breath as long as you can. Hold it. Hold it. For as long as you can. Then relax.
Oh.
How's that feel?
Yeah. Like a tingling.
Yeah. You feel
right?
tingling all over, yeah. That's your nervous system, yeah. So
I hope that someone joined our video and they think that what's going on? Nothing.
What's going on here?
What's going on?
If you can do a good one. I'm glad you tried it, baby goats. Well done. Yeah, you get a real rush. That's a really good way to wake up in the morning, do that. And yeah, if you can imagine like a long, deep breath session, like sometimes you can do like an hour, 90-minute breath session. All right.
Wow.
Great exercise. And
wow.
I honestly, after a really good heavy breath session, I'm sweating more than after the gym.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
You can really do a really good, serious, solid session.
Wow.
But that stimulates so many processes in your body. It's incredible.
Including adult stem cells.
Yeah.
What's that?
Including stem cell release.
Yeah, including stem cells. Yeah. That's another benefit. I actually did a video on this yesterday. I put up for my members, but it also it stimulates the body to release more healthy stem cells.
Yes.
Okay, so there's so many things that this does for your, so many processes in your body. And like I said, like circulating the lymphatic system and the blood system. Obviously, the blood system, you got all those red blood cells now stimulated. It's going to carry more oxygen, so you've got more energy. That all that extra oxygen, you've got more energy for everything that you do through the rest of the day. But things also for your white cells. White cells are pushed around in your lymph fluid. Okay, so it boosts your immune system. Okay.
I think it's anti-aging as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Stem cells. Absolutely. And the blood circulation. Hey, DC, change that title. Anti-aging. It's gonna be clickbaity today. Many ladies jumping.
Yeah, but
very interesting stuff.
Really incredible what you can do with breath work. You can literally do like an elite athlete workout without getting off the bed. It's really amazing.
So you can see it in athletes, especially that do competitive stuff like weightlifting, powerlifting, and even like your sports athletes. You watch them and you see what they do before they work out. They do the deep breathing. So I used to compete in powerlifting, and that's what, so pre-heavy lifts that I would do, it would incorporate deep breathing, And it's really interesting that you brought this up because it makes a lot of sense, and it never clicked to me until now. But one of the things, if you're doing a big, heavy compound movement, let's say if squat, one of the techniques that a lot of powerlifters practice is the heavy brace, and it's to really engage all the muscles in your core to keep your spine, protected, and that feeling afterwards of taking the deep breathing before your squat and holding that breath in and releasing after you do the squat, you feel like, I don't know, just a lot cleaner. Like it feels really good. So
Well, this is something I'm gonna be starting to incorporate next year, because I'm getting back into strength and conditioning and personal training. Because breathwork, I mean, training athletes, like swimmers, for example, you can have like the difference between first and fifth place can be 1/100th of a second. Breathwork can give a real edge to athletes who are not only competing in like those kind of speed sports, but also lifting, bodybuilding, anything like that. But I think where it's really important is, like we were talking about before, is cancer treatments as well. I think the production of these cells, red blood cells, and like helping to recover very easily, because a lot of people who are sedentary, and this is something they can do from bed, so they don't have to get up and do anything. They can just do some deep breathing even while they're doing their treatment. So this is something I really want to get into.
It can be low-hanging fruits, isn't it?
That's right.
For beginners as well. They're not gonna pick up the weight to do something as a first step. Got to be something kind of everybody can do, like a breathing, like this.
That's right. And it's something that you can do at your own level. Like a beginner's not going to do like a big session like I do now. I mean, when I first started, I couldn't even do 30 breaths. I did 10, and I started from there, and it sort of built up from there. So these are, things that you can work on. Anyone can do this from any level,